University Calculus, Lesson 9, Quotient Rule is the second part. Today we do some examples. Okay, I have a quotient. Y equals a squared plus x squared. A squared plus x squared divided by a squared minus x squared. Okay, how do we do this? Find the derivative. How do we do that? Okay, so my derivative. Before we do derivative, we have two ways of rewrite this. I can write this as a squared plus x squared, a squared minus x squared, 1/2. Therefore, if I write this way, then my y prime use the general power rule. So this is a power, you see? This is a power. So use the general power rule. Then I have 1/2. And this, the exponent reduced by 1. So I have so 1/2 minus 1 becomes negative 1/2. So the general power rule tells me I need to do the derivative of this. So followed by the derivative of this. So I do that. Now this is a quotient. This divided by that is a quotient. So I have u over v. Then the denominator is v squared. V squared. The numerator is u prime v. U prime is 2x times v minus v prime. V prime is negative 2x. So negative becomes plus. So 2x u prime v plus v prime u. U is... So this is my derivative. Now I continue. Look, this 2 and this 2 and this 2, they cancel. So I can flip this because it's negative exponent. So I have a squared minus x squared, a squared plus x squared, and then I can write 1/2, and this exponent is 1/2, right? Negative becomes positive. I just flip this times the denominator. Square there. Okay, here, xa squared. I have xa squared. Therefore, I have 2xa squared. 2xa squared. Here, minus x cubed plus x cubed, they cancel. So what I have? Hey, yes. Okay. This and that can be combined, and this is alone. So I have a squared plus x squared, 1/2, and a squared minus x squared. 2 minus 1/2. 2 minus 1/2 is 3/2. And the top is still 2xa squared. So that's my final answer. Do you follow? So let's use the general power rule. This is a power, so I do the power rule followed by the derivative of the inside. So I have this, right? Okay, so this is my answer. But I have another way of doing this. Okay, let's use, let's see, okay. Let's use another sheet. So let me copy this first, copy the original question first. So I have y equals a squared plus x squared divided by a squared minus x squared. So another way of doing this is make this exponent 1/2. This is exponent 1/2. Make this 1/2 to the numerator and the denominator separately. So this is how I write it. Once I have this, then I do the derivative. So the derivative, look, this is a quotient, u divided by v. So what is the formula? So u prime v. U prime is this derivative. Okay, so I do that derivative. This minus 1. This is not the end. U prime, the power rule here, so power rule, and followed by the derivative is 2x. This is u prime, and multiply v, this is the bottom. Minus v prime u. V prime is this. One half minus 1. And remember, I have to do the derivative here, so it's negative 2x. Negative and this negative combine to make it positive. And I have 2x here. And then multiply, this is v prime, I have to multiply u. U is the top. And then divide by v prime. The square of this bottom cancels the exponent 1/2. So I have this. I just have this. So next, I see the negative power. So I put the negative power into the denominator. See this, 2 here, they cancel. 2 and 2 cancel. And this 2 and this 2 cancel. So I put this in the denominator because it's negative exponent. So a squared plus x squared, 1/2. And the numerator is x times this. Similarly, I do this part. Plus, I put this into the denominator. So a squared minus x squared, 1/2. And the top is just x times this. And the bottom is this. Now, I need to simplify the numerator. How do I simplify the numerator? Common denominator. So a squared plus x squared 1/2 a squared minus x squared 1/2. Now when you do common denominator, this becomes x. Remember, this has to multiply that, so you have, that's all you have for this numerator. And this numerator becomes this times that, so it is a squared plus x squared. So that's the simplified numerator part. And the overall, this divided by a squared minus x squared. Now, I need to simplify again. This is the denominator, this is the denominator. So denominator combines. So a squared plus x squared 1/2. This and that. This and that combine, it's 3/2. Yeah, do you see that? This is 1/2 and this is 1. So 1 plus 1/2 is 3/2. And then the top, xa squared. Here, xa squared. So I have 2 xa squared. And here, minus x cubed plus x cubed, they cancel. So this is my final answer. So you get the same final answer as before. Let's compare these two now. So this is this. I have the first way of doing it. Okay. So I cannot, the view is too, all right. I think I have to move my camera a little bit away so that I can cover both pages. So now you have both ways of doing it. Let's see now. Yeah. So you have the view now. Okay? So which one do you prefer? I would say I do this way because it's, you see, I have 3 lines, and here you have 4 lines, and it's it's more complicated than this way. So what I recommend is to change this to the whole thing goes to exponent. Instead of write the numerator exponent and the denominator exponent. But remember, both way works, okay? But personally, I will do this way. Okay, let's do one more example. Okay, one more example here. Okay, another example. Okay, so the next example is okay, so they call it S. It doesn't matter whether you call it Y or you call it X. It doesn't matter, right? So S is equal to the cube root 2 plus 3t. Divided by 2 minus 3t. So what is the derivative? Now, from my personal preference, I like to change this to exponent. The whole thing goes to 1/3 exponent. So I rewrite it. The whole thing goes to exponent 1/3. Once I have this, then I do the derivative. So S prime. See, this is a power. So do the general power rule. 1/3 and this minus 1 followed by the derivative of this part, which is a quotient. So you do the quotient rule now. Then u prime v, u prime is 3. V is this. U prime v minus v prime u. V prime is -3. Negative, negative becomes positive. Minus v prime u. Okay. Equals. Look, 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, they cancel. All right. This is negative exponent, so I flip it, and negative becomes positive. And 2 plus 3t, negative becomes positive. So multiply this. Here, 2 plus 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 3t plus 3t, oh, they cancel. So I only have a 4 here. So go on. Two minus 3t, 2 minus 3t, they can be combined. So two minus 3t. This is 2 minus 2 over 3. 2 is 6 over 3. So 6 over 3 minus 2 over 3. So you have 4 over 3. The top is just 4, right? Finished. This is my answer. This is my answer. So I have 2 examples to do quotient rule. Okay, this is the second part of the quotient rule. Okay. Then I want to give you some practice questions, and you practice yourself. Okay. So practice. The first one is y equals square root 4x plus 1 for 5x minus 1. Sorry, 5x minus 1 at x equals 2. I want you to find y prime at a given value of x. Find y prime at given x value. And I have a second question. Square root x squared minus 5 divided by 10 minus x squared at x equals 3. I give you answer, okay? Answer. The first one is negative 1 over 18. The second one is 15 over 2. Okay? So practice these two examples. Practice these two practice questions, all right? So I give you my phone number. Call this number, and I will answer any questions you have. Okay, and I'd like to ask you to join my calculus lessons. You can join me. Just call me this. Call me, okay? My name is Fan. Okay? Goodbye. See you next time.